Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. I'm so glad you could join us today. I hope your 2025 is off to a great start, filled with creativity and inspiration, especially for all you artists out there. Today, we're diving into something that every digital artist can appreciate, the world of painting effects within Krita, especially focusing on some exciting new brushes that promise to enhance your artistic toolkit. Now, many of you might be familiar with traditional brushes and the countless features packed into digital painting software. What if I told you there's a shiny new tool in town, the sandpaper rub? It's the world's first RGBA eraser. Imagine being able to add an entire spectrum of color information to your brushstrokes, giving you perhaps more control than you realized you needed. But what exactly does RGBA mean, and why should you care? RGBA stands for red, green, blue, and alpha, the components that define color and transparency in digital art. So with this tool, you can not only erase, but also infuse your work with vibrant colors. It's pretty revolutionary. You might be wondering how to get your hands on this nifty brush set. Well, it's easy. Just install Krita if you haven't already. You head over to the settings, manage your resource libraries, and import the bundle file. Then, all you have to do is restart Krita, and voila, you're ready to go. And think of these brushes as your precision tools on steroids. You paint as usual, and then add effects with the sandpaper rub to create that textured 3D appearance. It's interesting because while many artists resort to filters for 3D effects, this tool promises more control and a more direct engagement with your painting process. But let's get a little more into the nitty-gritty. You know, one thing that really caught my attention is how this eraser works. It's not just for erasing, though it does that well too. It interacts with the texture of your brush strokes, adding a sophisticated layer of depth. It's a bit experimental, so results can vary, kind of like trying a new recipe. Sometimes you might end up with a dish that surprises you, in a good or a bad way. Have you ever found that your colors change when you add thickness to your paint? This brush has a feature called Add Thickener, which can lead to unexpected colors in less opaque areas. The trick? Locking your layer's transparency can help you out there. Speaking of personal experiences, I remember when I first experimented with heights in painting. There was that learning curve of understanding how brush opacity affects everything. It's a bit like learning to ride a bike. The more you practice, the more comfortable you feel. Now, let's talk about the credits for a moment, because every artist owes a great deal to those who inspire and innovate. The brushes included in this set come from creators whose work truly elevates what we can do in the digital realm. Using top-notch brushes like Wet Large Old Brush from Klumes and Mamilio's Impastos makes experimentation a joy rather than a chore. So, as we wrap up today's discussion, just remember, whether you're a seasoned digital artist or just dipping your toes into this vibrant world of color and texture, tools like the sandpaper rub can help you explore new dimensions in your art. They encourage not just creation, but experimentation, which is at the heart of any artistic journey. Before we go, I'd love to leave you with a thought. What new tools or techniques are you excited to try in your artwork this year? Think about it, and maybe give something new a shot. Thanks for tuning in today, and happy painting. Don't forget to keep those creative juices flowing, and I can't wait to chat again soon.